Hello, students and parents. In this math video lesson, I will be going over how to make picture graphs based on a survey or using a survey. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So for our lesson, make sure that you have a nice clean piece of paper um, or nice clean page in your notebook for learning. This should also be in your math notebook or on a regular piece of paper, no, either one. And first things first is we're gonna write today's date. The date is August 21st, 2020. Now, the day that you do the assignment, please put the date in which you put it or did it, sorry. So that way Ms. Claus and I are able to see when or how long it's been since the actual assignment. But just make sure to put the date of when you did the assignment, and we're going to be focusing on topic 15 lesson 5. Okay, so first things first is when you're making a picture graph based on a survey, you need to take a survey first. So in class, we took a survey on fish and which fish was our favorite. So we had blue fish, red fish, and orange fish. So I'm just going to draw my little table really quick. You do not have to draw this part, but if you would like to, you can. So we had blue fish, red fish, and orange fish. Okay, and then I went around the classroom and I asked them, okay, how many kids like blue, red, and orange? And then we filled in our table. So we had 3 for blue, 4 for red, and 3 for orange. Okay, so when you're taking a survey and you ask people what they like or dislike or whatever questionnaire is, now you can gather your information, you use tally marks. And whenever you go over 4 tally marks and you get to 5, make sure to put your seatbelt on your numbers, your lines, so that way they're secure. And that shows that that is a group of 5. Okay, so now that we have our table here, this is based on favorite fish. Okay, we're going to make our picture graph. So I'm going to first make a rectangle. Then I'm going to cut one side and I'm going to separate it into 3. So you should have 3 rectangles and you're going to have one section, which is where you're going to put your fish. So once again, let's label it blue, red, and orange. And then you're going to have your blue fish, your red fish, and your orange fish. And then you can color them in as well with your crayons. I'm going to get my crayons. Blue, red, and orange. So let's see here. Here's my red. Here's my blue. And here is my orange. Okay, blue, red, and orange. So I'm gonna go quickly and color in my blue fish, color in my red fish, and color in my orange fish. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So after we colored in our fish here and we have it, we're now going to create our lines so that way we can be able to plug in our data from our survey. So I'm going to need up to 5 lines. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will count as the 5th line. And at the bottom, we're going to label it with our numbers. We always start with a 0 here in front of the pictures, because if we did before the pictures, then our data would be going over our titles of each section of fish, and we would not want that. So always make sure that your 0, your starting point for your graph, for your data to be plugged in, is in front of the pictures. Okay, so let's go ahead and start labeling each line. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have up to 5. Okay, and then now that we did that, we are going to start coloring in our picture graph with the information we have up here. So for red, so start with, yeah, I already have my red crayon. So let's start with red fish. So we're red fish. We see 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 tally marks here for red fish. So that means that I need to draw 4 red fish in the red fish section. So I'm going to go ahead, draw 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 red fish. And if you want, you can even color them in. They're little tiny red fish, but you can color in your red fish because this is a picture graph, so we're using pictures to show our data. Next, let's go ahead and do blue fish. And for blue fish, we have 1, 2, 3. So 3 people, their favorite fish is blue. So I'm going to draw 3 blue fish in the graph. And you know that you're correct if you look up here and you look down and you look at the number in which you stop at. And it should stop at, if you're doing it right, so 4 red fish, you should be stopping at the 4. If you have 3 blue fish, you should stop at the line for the 3. Then you color in your pictures like that. And then last but not least, we have orange. And for orange, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 3 orange fish, and I'm going to draw my 3 orange fish. And it's going to stop at the number 3, the 3rd line, and you should have 3 fish, 1 per box. And we're just going to color in each of those fish. Okay, so we can see here we have 3 blue fish, 3 orange fish, and 4 red fish, and that matches what we have up here in our survey table. Okay, now asking questions. What I want you to answer for this table is, number 1, how many fish in all? Okay, you're gonna answer how many fish are there in all, so you're gonna have to count all the fish in our graph to see how many fish there are in total. And then number 2 is you're going to have to tell me how many more red fish are there than orange fish. So how many more red fish than orange fish? And that's going to be a little subtraction problems. If I were you, I'd get out my fingers, get them ready to learn. And you can use your fingers or you can do it on paper, but I would say fingers are the best tool that you have with you at all times. Use your fingers and try to figure out, okay, I have this many red fish, and then I have this many orange fish. I'm going to take them away, and I'm going to see how many left. Okay? And then you're going to answer those 2. And once you complete the assignment, go ahead and upload it onto Schoology under the assignment for topic 15, lesson 5, and you will get credit for attendance. Okay, so this is going to conclude our math lesson for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or Miss Kalasa. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.